Hey, this is C&D channel. I'm Chris. This is MMA for you. I'm going to be doing my Bellator 78 predictions. It's going to happen tomorrow, October 26th on MTV2, with the prelims airing at on Spike TV. Card overall, I am interested in this welterweight tournament semifinal. Brian Rogers versus Dominique, non-stop action-packed Steele, and Alvin Robinson versus Straus fights are kind of tune-up fights for those for Rogers and Straus. Same with the Gurgel fight that's on the prelim. Interesting prospects on the prelim. And Jason Butcher, he beat Dwayne Bastress in his last fight by trying to choke. He's pretty good. Trey, that just happened. Houston's undefeated. Another undefeated guy, Michail Tsarev, is on the undercard as well. So decent prospects actually on the undercard. Some of the other fights though are just kind of there. So let's get right to it. We got Lyman Good versus Michail Tsarev. The thing with Tsarev, I'm gonna pick Lyman Good here. He looked really good in his last fight against Judo Jim Wallhead. Really strong in the clinch. His cardio is really good, and he's had some really active, dirty boxing and just some solid stand-up overall. With Tsarev, 24-2 record, 19 wins by sub, and he's only 26 on an 11-fight win streak, and his Brazilian jiu-jitsu is good. His cardio is a bit questionable when he fought, I believe he fought Tim Walsh in his last fight, and he won by submission. Good submission skills. Pretty good offensive takedown ability as well. I do feel that Good will probably be able to defend Tsarev's takedowns and beat him up on the feet. I also think that Good will most likely outwork Tsarev because Lyman Good, especially in his last fight, showed a really strong work rate as well. So I got Lyman Good winning this one. Okay, next fight after that we have Andrey Koreshkov versus Marius Zaromskis. Tough fight for me to call here. Both guys look pretty good, especially in the stand-up battle. You got undefeated Koreshkov, 11-0, trains at Rust Fighters Sports Club with like Alexander Shemenko and a lot of other pretty good Russian fighters. He's only 22 years old. Fights like Shemenko as well. Zaromskis, though, another unorthodox striker, 19-6 record with 1 no contest. 13 of those wins were by KO or TKO. If you saw like Zaromskis versus Nordin Talib, got some. Man, this guy, he's not the biggest welterweight, but he's got heavy hands, man. I mean, just seriously, he throws an overhand, and if it lands, the other guy gets dropped. I mean, that's just it. His grappling's improving as well. He's always had good takedown defense, but his overall grappling ability's improving. I know he's training at AK these days. His stand-up defense with Zaromskis is still not that great. I'm gonna go with Andrey Koreshkov here. I saw his last fight against Jordan Smith. He looked really good. One thing I really like, he does have unorthodox striking. He uses those unorthodox like spinning back kicks and spinning crescent kicks. And he has good overall kicks and good knees. His hands are good. He's really accurate, and that's what I really like about him. He throws pretty good combinations. So yeah, this fight's gonna be really fun, especially if it stays standing. But I got to go with Koreshkov to win this one. I do have a really bad habit of not picking Zaromskis, so I picked Nordin Talib to beat him. I think I picked Zaromskis to beat Diaz, and maybe even Cyborg Santos. So I did pick correctly with Zaromskis and Spirit Wolf. But I definitely don't pick well with Zaromskis. He's just one of those guys that can really turn the fight around with one strike. So it's really hard to pick a Zaromskis fight, especially when he's up against another striker. But in this case, though, I will go with Koreshkov to win this one. Okay, next fight after that, we have Brian Rogers versus Dominique, non-stop action-packed Steele. Not much to say here. I got Brian Rogers winning this one. Trains at Strong Style Fight Team. He quit his job as a special ed teacher and is now a full-time fighter, so that's going to help him. He's always had questionable cardio. He has really heavy hands, really good knees as well, and overall just good stand-up. I think he's going to get the win over Dominique Steele here. Okay, and the final fight on the main card, we have Alvin Robinson versus Daniel Straus. Robinson's, solid fighter. He's fought in the UFC before. Good wrestler with some good submissions. Trains at Grudge. But Daniel Straus, this guy is poised to fight the winner of Patricio Pitbull versus Pat Curran. Should be an interesting, but this fight though should be all Daniel Straus. His overall work, he has strong wrestling as well. He's good in the clinch, huge for the weight class, high work rate, and really good cardio. And his stand-up's improvement as well. I think he's a southpaw. I'm not too sure, but his power hand, I believe he has a really good left hand, and he's been showing that a lot in his previous fights. I think he's just going to outwork Robinson. Might make it. He definitely makes ugly fights. I can see this fight being one of those type of fights where Daniel Straus will outwork and out-cardio his opponent. Okay, on to the prelims. I don't know anything about these two guys, as Justin McNally fights David Blattman. I know Blattman's filling in on short notice because the original opponent, for whatever reason, pulled out. Don't know anything about these guys. Just going to go with Justin McNally to win this one. Next fight after that, unfortunately, I don't know anything about these guys as well. Rocky Edwards fights Rob Hanna. With Edwards, he has a 1-0 undefeated record, with that one win being by a submission by a Kimura. He's 29 years old. With Hanna, it's a 2-0 undefeated record. Has one submission by strikes and another submission victory, with a 3-1 amateur record, and he's 28 years old. I'll go with Rob Hanna to win this one. Okay, next fight after that, Jared Combs fights Michail Parlo. Combs is 8-2 record. He has 5 wins by KO or TKO, 3 wins by submission, and 2 losses by sub. He's 33 years old. So all of his wins, win or lose, end in a finish. Parlo, 8-0 undefeated record. 6 of those wins are by KO or TKO. So 1 submission victory. He's only 22 years old. Got some pretty heavy hands. Has a couple knockout victories and a good amount of TKO victories under his belt. I'm going to go with Michail Parlo to win this one. Okay, next fight after that, Billy Mojo Horn fights Trey That Just Happened Houston. With Horn, he has a 10-4 record. 2 of those wins are by KO or TKO, 7 of those by sub. He also has 3 losses by KO or TKO. With Houston, 10-0 undefeated record. 4 wins by KO or TKO, 6 wins by sub. Definitely a finisher. Trains at Militage. I got to go with Trey Houston to win this one. Next fight after that, a bit of a head scratcher, and it's getting some news here as Bellator's 115-pound women's champion is Zala Gurgel is fighting Casey Noland. The other thing is this fight's being contested, I believe, at 125 pounds. If I remember correctly, Gurgel's doctor recommended that she not fight at 115 pounds anymore. She was pretty huge for the weight class. Gurgel's only loss is to Misha Tate by armbar. She has 1 KO victory and 2 submission victories. Trains at Team Gurgel. She does have some pretty solid stand-up, even though I think that Megumi Fujii and Jessica Aguilar did beat her. That's besides the point, though. Casey Noland, 4-2 record, 1 TKO win, 1 submission victory, 34 years old, trains at the Pit. Even though Gurgel is coming off a very long layoff, I gotta go with her for the win. Looks kind of like a tune-up fight for her, to be perfectly honest with you. And finally, someone is going to lose their 0 here, as undefeated Sean Asher fights undefeated Jason Butcher. Sean Asher has a 5-0 with 1 draw record. 3 of those wins are by KO TKO, and 2 of them are by decision. He's 33 and trains at Team Vision. Jason Butcher, 4-0 undefeated record, 1 win by KO, 3 wins by sub. He is a finisher, and he's never been past the first round as a pro. He trains at Team Gurgel. He does have good Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. His last 2 wins are by triangle choke. I will go with Jason Butcher to win this one. Okay, that's pretty much it for my Bellator 78 predictions. If you have any comments, just leave them below. That's it for MMA for you. Thank you guys very much.